Hi, my name is Linus, and this is 26 Questions with Codyfight.
A quick update for everyone who's watching. If you're planning to claim rewards from the contest of this video, you would need a MEXC account in order to do that. Down below you have a link for 20% off your trading fees, so make sure you go ahead and utilize that opportunity because there's so much more that you can do at MEXC.com in addition to these rewards claiming contests. Alright you guys, and don't forget to subscribe and smash the like button.
Awesome, Linus. Thank you so much for coming to the interview. Super glad to have you here. How are you doing today?
Pretty well, can't complain, health back to normal, and a bright sunny day outside.
Alrighty, that's very good to hear. Yeah, I'm super excited for this one. We've been waiting for you for quite a bit of time, and I know everybody's pumped up. The community is eager to ask their questions. They have questions piled up, you know that. And so we're just gonna go ahead and hit them off one by one whenever you're ready.
Sure thing, let's hear them.
Okay, cool. So starting off with question number one, could you please tell us the story behind the name Codyfight?
Yeah, that digs back a few years when our founders actually started working on the project, and it kind of just stuck with them over the years. It's just an endless battle with coding, and that's what the name represents. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I actually did a quick share of the screen of your website while you were explaining that. So everyone who's watching can go ahead at codified.com and get more information on that. But it's actually a cool concept, what you're saying, an endless fight with coding. I never actually perceived it that way. Maybe because I'm not a developer myself, but it's an interesting way of putting it because you always have something in the code that you have to deal with. It's like never you're going to get it ideal or perfect. And that's it. You're done. You just written and it's all smooth and perfect from there.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so that's a cool way of putting it. Okay, back to the questions from the community. Question number two, can you tell us some about your team and their experiences in the market?
Right, so over the past few months, the team expanded quite a bit. Right now we have a team of 14, maybe 15 now. So 15 plus professionals with experience in software engineering, game design, marketing, arts, and of course the blockchain industry. And to top that off, we are also backed by D-Race Project, who are not only our partners, but also really close advisors.
Yep, actually, very glad to have all of the members of the team. I'm not sure if all, but you know, a lot of members of the team listed on your website. It's very cool. Shows transparency to the project, and I really appreciate that because, yeah, oftentimes you just don't, basically a black page with no one behind the project. So it's very good to have that personal human touch that there's someone, and which is an amazing group of faces behind this project. Alrighty, cool. Moving on with the rest of the questions. So question number three. How do you ensure there is a balanced competition over those who choose AI and those who choose human? Actually, that was the first thing that came to my mind when I read about Codyfight. I'm like, well, how am I gonna win against an AI? It's like, what are the chances? Like, we're dead, basically, or doomed.
Well, not necessarily. From what I heard, if you spill some water on them, kinda tends to short circuit some things. Right, answering it without jokes, you can definitely be assured that you will not have to fight impossible battles. Codyfight will have a complex ranking system implemented that will determine who you play with. The ranking system will work like a barrier that newcomer player does not have to go head-to-head with the top-rated player straight off the bat. So that will definitely implement some balance, which is important to every person. But the most interesting factor, I would say, is that you will never know, like whether you're playing against another player or against a bot, or maybe your coded bot is playing against someone else's bot or another player, and so on. Like, there will be a way to check, as the developers told me, but if you're just looking at the screen, you won't be able to tell who you're fighting with. So that's pretty cool.
Right, and when you choose the side, as I see on your website, actually, let me do a quick screen share here so everybody knows what I'm talking about. So like here, the core features, you choose your side, AI versus human. Does that mean you're choosing whether you're part of the AI team or the human team? Is that it?
Yes, roughly like that. From the bigger perspective, you'll basically have a part of the community is just like me with little to none coding skills and just take a keyboard and mouse and battle it out with their own hands. And some really smart people will start, coding AI bots and do the battles for them. So in a broader sense, you could understand it like that, yeah.
Okay, now it makes sense. Okay, great. So back to the questions. Question number 4. Many games today set high costs to start the game and therefore start with a small player base. Does Codyfight have an interest fee or starting conditions in order to play and enjoy the game?
Really love answering this one, because whenever people ask about the game itself, how can I join, how much will I have to spend or have tokens or whatever, like it really lights them up when you say it's actually free. You can literally join just by having a wallet. That's it. So each new player when starting will receive one default NFT skin with a C key that is basically a pass into the game. To get into ranked arenas and so on, you will need to use your C key. Yeah, and you can definitely upgrade your characters with new NFT skins, or maybe just grind out the one you already have to acquire new skills, items, and so on to increase your chances of winning.
Okay, moving on to question number 5. Tell us more about Codyfight backers. How do they contribute to the project?
Right. Honestly, we are beyond excited to have all the partners and advisors that we already acquired, and they not only let us grow, but also, they give a lot of opportunities to learn as well. Because learn from the best, that's how we do it. From the list of backers, I could probably mention some bigger names like Evangelion Capital, who is helping us with marketing related stuff. DAO Maker and GameFi is the launchpad that creates growth technologies for projects like ours. Yeah, we also have Digital Series, Wings Ventures, Raptor Capital, Alpha Coin Fund, Basics, and EM Free DAO on our side as well. So yeah, the list is quite long and I really don't want to bore you with the entirety of it, but I could mention a few names from the gaming side, which would be, as mentioned previously, D-Race Project, Polychain Monsters, Moonies NFT, which we partnered with quite recently. So for the remaining ones, you will just need to keep your eyes out on our social media.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's a long list indeed, and that's great to have. Great to see that you have so many good partners behind your project. Very awesome. All right, moving on to question number 6. The NFT gaming market is still small when compared to traditional gaming markets. So how is Codyfight planning to attract the non-crypto users, the traditional investors and gamers?
Yeah, so the token itself will ignite the whole ecosystem. Basically, it will be the base of the economy, apart from NFTs, of course, but the gaming metaverse features are just amazing by itself. Like, if you're a gamer, you can obviously just go on and game. If you're an artist, you can showcase your skills by drawing NFT skins, selling them on the community market. Or if maybe you win a contest like the one we're having now, you can get featured in an exclusive codified skin collection. And all the revenue we get from selling your specific skin will go directly to you. That's an amazing incentive for artists. And if you're a developer, well, there's a lot of possibilities as well, like joining guilds. If you want to be a part of a bigger developer team, you join a guild, show them that you're amazing at coding, and guilds usually will distribute AI bot code that will basically allow you to, as I said previously, just leave your robots to farm while you're sleeping and make you profit. That should most likely sum it up.
Yep, very good, very good. Okay, question number 7. Can you tell us more about the robots in the game Codyfight? Mr. Ryo, Kix the Ripper, I hope I'm pronouncing those correctly. What are the advantages of each of these robots and how to get them from the easy and the rarest, and which robot is your favorite?
Right, so I will clear one misconception about this, because Mr. Ryo, Kix, the Ripper, and the rest, not your basic robots. They're actually special agents. In the generalized terms of gaming, they would be NPCs. So they will be interacting with the player in numerous ways. Some are interesting, some can be a bit messy. But yeah, the special agents will include some diversity in the player's experience, and can't wait for you to meet the entire list we have prepared for you. But when it comes to the actual Codyfighters, well, the robots, in the game you will have several unique classes we will be revealing quite soon, with many more to come. Each class will have its own unique playstyle, abilities, ups and downs.
Splendid, thank you. Question number 8, how many characters are there in Codyfight and how's the game designed? Could you tell us about the main features and give us some details of each of them?
Right, so let's start off with the characters themselves. First off, the main villain, the big guy, the baddie, Mr. Rio. He's the brains of the operation. He fights against the AI and leads the leftovers of Earth's population, I guess. Basically the humanoid mutants. So he's the bad guy. You'll need to fight against him, and once the official full lore releases, you can get into the story with extra detail. Next off, we have Kix. Kix is Mr. Rio's right-hand man. Basically, whatever the boss needs, he got it. Knowing that Mr. Rio never goes in anyway at first, Kix is always there. He makes sure the boss can enter safely or everything is to his liking. Only then Mr. Rio can enter. Right, next off would be the Ripper. The Ripper is a cruel agent made unknown creator. He has quite gory features. Well, wouldn't say gory.
Possibly could be gory. The outcome, yeah.
The outcome, yeah, but I would describe him as feared. You see him and shivers go down your spine, basically. No one knows who created him, but he does say he's not the only of his kind. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Next up, we have Buzz. Buzz is a collaborative, friendly, and empathetic green robot. He has a light in his head that helps to find Mr. Rio and sometimes even catch him, but we know Mr. Rio is a slippery swine and often he just jumps out of your clutches. Yeah. And next off is my favorite character so far, the legendary llama. She is the good guy of this whole story, well, from the player's perspective, of course, because she cares for the players, she loves humans, and honestly just wants to help them. So she not only brings positive vibes to the planet for the humans, but also the robots. In the gameplay, you will definitely be happy to see her. She will always bring you some goodies, items, or whatnot to help you survive or even beat the level. Yeah. So that probably covers the special agents I can talk about today. And yeah, each of them will have unique abilities, as mentioned.
Yeah, thank you for taking us through all of them. It was pretty cool. I like the design of them. They're funny and scary at the same time. Some of them are very cute, like the llama. So I agree. Very cool.
Two sides of the coin.
Yeah, that's true. Alrighty, moving on with question number 9 from the viewers. Can I still choose the AI side even if I'm not very good at coding? How will I be able to earn rewards compared to expert coders?
Right, great question. As I mentioned previously, if you're like me, no coding experience whatsoever, you can simply buy a pre-programmed AI from someone on the community marketplace. Could say buy/rent the code from developer guilds that will probably provide, long-term code help, because let's face it, one code will not solve all of your issues, because the game will constantly be updated so that, the AI doesn't get too powerful. New features implemented, that means the old code will not know what to do when facing a new character, a new tile, some abilities or whatnot. You can always just rely on your community as well.
Thanks for that. Question number 10. You stated that your platform where you can create your own unique fighter robot using any program languages. Okay, what are the current programming languages that you support? And do you have any tutorials or programming languages available for non-programmers?
Yeah, about the programming languages, so we support every single one that's already released that can kind of connect to the internet. That is the simplest way I could explain it. For the tutorials, yeah, we are already working on several guides and tutorials, to say, that would help regular players transition into the coding world and make it easier for them. So maybe you'll see me in those courses as well, because I do need help about it.
Cool. Yeah, awesome. Question number 11. In Codyfight, community leaders or casual players can create their own tournaments and invite other players to participate. What are the requirements for running a user-created tournament on your game? And will the prizes be paid for by the tournament's creator?
Yeah, excellent question. Basically, to host a community tournament, you will need to have a community that will firstly want to play in it and spectate it. It's not as simple as that because, well, even if you're a smaller community, you can also host tournaments, maybe have some publicity in other communities as well, where like, hey guys, we're hosting a Codyfight tournament, you can join us, we can lash it out, see which community is better. The word community isn't the best, maybe guilds would be more appropriate, but still. And the feature I like the most, the prize money will always be visible to everyone. So we're promoting transparency in the way that the prize pool will be gathered entry fees from the participants. If it's a larger tournament, maybe that we support from the side, maybe we'll also drop in a small reward fee from our side, but that is, very situational. Basically, we'll always be able to see how much money the top winning players will receive and what is the organizer cut, because people who organize will also have a small percentage of the entire prize pool.
Question number 12. Is this platform only for gamers? Can I use it as a non-gamer? Are there other methods for me to earn money on Codyfight?
Yeah. So, as I mentioned previously, if you're an artist, generate passive income from drawing and selling NFT skins to your community. If you're a programmer, provide code for yourself, your friends, other community members. As just discussed in the previous question, if you're a community leader, you can organize tournaments, and for that, you will get your cut.
Nice. Okay. How will you show transparency in the selection process to reward early adopters, creative players, and artists who contributed to the game's assets?
Yeah, so early adopters will be selected through public events and other areas where everyone can see their selection process as well as the final list, the final result. We know that transparency is vital. The selection process itself, let's say the crediting of the artists, will be up there for everyone to see.
Alrighty, question number 14. What are the use cases of your token?
That's a long one. I'll try to shorten it up for you. The internal game currency of Codyfight is CTOC, Codyfight token. It's an ERC20 token that can be traded on Ethereum, Polygon, and Binance Smart blockchains. That's a mouthful. The main network is Ethereum with bridges to other blockchains. CTOC serves the purpose of igniting the Codyfight ecosystem and keeping it alive, basically. Using that token, you can always purchase additional T keys that will allow entry into certain game modes, NFT skin, robot subscriptions to allow you to have those 100, 200 AI controlled robot farms that will maximize your profits. And to mention, early alpha access will be granted to those who will be able to buy an NFT Codyfighter from the pre-sale collection as well, or those, let's say, who accomplish certain coding challenges, because we do plan on gathering people from multiple areas so that we don't have only developers or only gamers participating in the alpha version. We want people from all over the place to kind of, test out the game from every single possible angle.
Okay, thank you for that. Question number 15. Is there anything specific Codyfight is planning, such as recruiting and extending the community, as well as improving the user experience?
Of course, Codyfight is still growing. The need for people with experience in different fields will definitely arise constantly. We plan to expand not only our team, but the community as well by uniting artists, gamers, developers, crypto investors, community leaders, and so on in a tight-knit community so that everyone can benefit from the improved user experience and have a constant challenge, basically. Everybody will challenge themselves to do better and actually get rewarded for it.
Question number 16. How do you think Codyfight will change the P2E universe in the future?
Honestly, that will be a really short answer because I think it will say a lot. We believe the original play-to-earn model is kind of outdated and doesn't work well in practice as it would on paper. So we plan to redefine and reinvent the entire concept by introducing create-earn and develop-to-earn, which will be definitely more sustainable and profitable for the users as well.
Short and straight to the point. Question number 17. What's the first thing you would like people to think of when Codyfight is mentioned to them?
Probably that it's the first place where AI is as an equal player to humans.
When you said that, I thought that instantly, oh, okay, you can use that as a slogan on your website because it actually sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, hand in hand.
All right, question number 18. Are all targets in accordance with the current roadmap? And what are the next steps that will be taken in the future?
So most of the targets are still on point and on schedule. We did encounter a few bumps with the IDO token launch, but let's face it, that was due to the market having issues and we can't control the market dictates our actions. Right now, the next big things we're looking forward to is the token launch, which should be happening in still the first quarter of 2022. Right after that, I'm really excited to see the alpha game version released because amongst many others, I too really want to play it. I really want to play it. And of course, later down the line this year, we will be introducing others as well as the beta version release and a lot of new NFT skin collections and so on. Yeah, the list is quite long. If you want, you can definitely check out our roadmap, which Mark should be sharing with you at the moment.
That's right. Yeah, very good one. Thank you, Linus. Okay, and proceeding with question number 19. How can users stay updated with this project? Are there channels, including local communities, where users can get the latest updates?
Yeah, you can definitely follow us on multiple avenues, such as Twitter. You can follow us on Telegram, Discord. We even have a Medium page. And actually, there are multiple Telegram communities dedicated to some other non-English speaking languages. For say, we have a Korean community and a Spanish speaking one. If you do not want to listen to our news in English, you can always join the local ones.
Nice. And yes, of course, we will drop the link down in the description box. And the last question for today. Where can I currently buy your token?
The question I hear the most, honestly. My DMs are exploding with that question. So as I said before, since the market kind of suffered multiple crashes lately and is only now recovering, the token is still not listed yet, but the IDO token launch will be happening right around the corner. So keep a close eye out.
Yeah, guys, make sure you're updated. Follow the socials for Codyfight so you don't miss that. Alrighty, that wraps it up for the first section where you answer the questions from the community. And guys, if you saw your question on the screen, that means you're the lucky winner. And make sure you claim your reward by following the instructions in the description box. It is your turn to ask your 6 questions back to the community so they can earn additional rewards whenever you're ready.
Sure thing. So the first question to the community. What's the name of the main antagonist in Codyfight? What size can you play for in Codyfight? Is it possible to scale robot farms in Codyfight? Who hunts Miss Rio? How can you earn as an artist in Codyfight? And last but not least, what's the main problem Codyfight is trying to solve?
Very well. Thank you, Linus, so much for asking those questions. Guys, if you feel like earning additional rewards, just go ahead and provide your answers in the comments and we will select the lucky winners if your answer is correct. Well, that basically wraps it up for today. Everyone, thank you so much for viewing this video. If you like it, make sure to subscribe, share, comment down below. And Linus, thank you so much for coming and doing the interview with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you for explaining the details of your project. And I wish you a successful launch of the alpha as well as the token and everything that you have planned on the roadmap for this year.
Thank you so much. Make sure to ring the bell, everyone.
Yeah, take care.
Take care.